Congress is the legislative branch of the United States government. Its primary responsibilities are to write laws and control federal spending. It is made up of two chambers, the House of Representatives and the Senate. The House is based on population, meaning states with larger populations have more representatives. The Senate is structured for equal representation with 2 senators for each state, regardless of size. Members of the House introduce bills, especially those related to taxes and government spending, and serve on committees that review legislation. Senators represent their entire state and have additional responsibilities, including confirming presidential appointments, ratifying treaties, and conducting impeachment trials. Both chambers must pass the same legislation for it to become law. One of Congress's most important roles is funding the federal government. Each year, Congress must pass appropriation bills to keep agencies operating, and when those bills are delayed or failed, funding can lapse, increasing the risk of a government shutdown. Before we delve into that a little bit further, welcome to Ayada's Corner, where diaspora women and new Americans shape the future. We're here to inform, inspire, equip you to lead, engage, and transform with your community. More specifically, welcome back to Ayada for Civic Change on Ayada's Corner. Our second episode focuses on the basics of government, more specifically the legislative branch, and how they connect to current events. Check out this post and check out more information about the legislative branch, and tune in next week for when we discuss the judicial branch of government. Our executive branch episode is linked here. Last week, as I mentioned before, we talked about the executive branch. Here is how it works alongside Congress. The president leads the executive branch and oversees federal agencies, including cabinet-level departments. But those agencies depend on Congress. You see, Congress creates agencies through law, confirms key leadership in the Senate, and most importantly, provides funding. And without that funding, agencies cannot fully operate. This is one of the main checks and balances between the branches. A clear example is the Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, a cabinet-level department in the executive branch responsible for national security, disaster response, and immigration enforcement. Like other agencies, DHS depends on funding approved by Congress. That brings us to the current situation. As of mid-February 2026, the United States entered a partial government shutdown affecting DHS after Congress failed to pass a funding agreement. DHS includes agencies like TSA, FEMA, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and Customs and Border Protection, or CBP. Essential services continue, but many employees are working without pay and are furloughed, and some operations are limited. The core issue is the disagreement over immigration policies. Democrats have pushed for limits for reform tied to funding for ICE and CBP. Republicans have pushed for full funding without major policy changes, arguing these agencies are central to border security. Neither side has been able to agree on a version of the budget that can pass both chambers and signed into law. As a result, funding for DHS has lapsed. Congress controls funding, and the executive branch carries out these programs. When Congress cannot reach agreements, government operations can slow or stop. This is Congress in practice. Want to stay informed? Follow Ayada Leads on our social media networks, sign up for our email list to get updates on events and resources, and if you can, please donate to support our work. Together we're building power and shaping the future. Ayada out.